Hi friends, I'm Jocelyn Peters. I'm the maker and designer behind Mountain Song Designs, and welcome to this knitting tutorial. I'd like to go ahead and show you a standard bind off. So here's what I have. I'm knitting in the round. This will work on knit stitches. This will work on purled stitches. This will work in ribbing. This works on yarn overs. It'll work for whatever you need it to. Now, if you've seen any of my tutorials before, you know I love using a crochet hook for bind offs and even some cast-ons. So I'm going to show you two ways today, one using just the knitting needles and also with the crochet hook. So for this, I'm at the beginning of my round. I'm ready to go ahead and bind off. So I take my stitch marker off. Now I have my working yarn ready to go. I'm going to knit the first stitch and leave it. I will knit the second stitch. Now I use the tip of my left needle and bring that first stitch up and over. There it is. I'll do that again. Knit, bring that first stitch up and over. Knit, bring it up and over. Now as you're doing this, I remember the first blanket that I made, I thought that I had to yank all these stitches and get everything nice and tight, and I can tell you that that bound off edge was about half the size as my cast on edge. So you want to make sure that you keep this tension, these stitches, just a standard size. You don't want them too loose, you don't want them too tight. And as you look at your fabric, you'll be able to tell if you're on the right track. If it's bunching up, then it's not what you want. If you kind of stop and this gets a little loose, pull it back to where it is. It doesn't need to be stuck to that needle, but you don't want it too loose there. Yarn over, bring it up and over. One more time, yarn over, well, knit rather, and bring it up and over. Now, let me show you on my crochet hook. I love this. It's exactly the same. You just have the added benefit of that hook, so it makes the last part of the last step a little bit faster. So I'm going to knit, there it is, and instead of pulling it up and over, I just grab that with the hook of my crochet hook, turn a bit so it fits right through that stitch, and pull it on up. I'm not going to yank on this, just keep it nice and steady and even. Pull it on through. It can be, I think it may even be easier on this to pull and then just yank and see how that got small. That's not what you want. If you do that, you can still fix it. You come back here. I like to hang on to these and do a little dance there, pulling it out, and then it's fine. That's a little loose. I'm gonna get that right back where it needs to be. Knit, pull through, knit, pull through. That's all there is to it. And like I said, if you're doing purl stitches, here I'll show you one. You just come through, you bring it to the front, purl, bring it through. It's exactly the same. It's just that first one, instead of knitting, you would purl it. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go on around here, and I'm going to show you how to connect these in case you're working in the round. I'll be right back. Here we are. Okay, so now what do? I have this live stitch. I have my working yarn here. Let me come over here. I'm going to cut a tail, 6 to 8 inches. Follow your pattern, of course. Now, very gently, I'm going to pull on the back of that. So I don't, if I pull on the front is what is attached to the cast off stitch, bound off stitch, whatever, right before. So I'm pulling on the back part of that. Okay, now if you were knitting this flat, you would put this tail on your darning needle. And of course you could just go down inside and pull it up and it'd be nice and bound off. But I want to continue this lovely line of stitches. So what do? It's very simple. You can see here I have V's, the base of the V, top of the V, and over here I also have V's, and guess what? They all go in a row. A nice beautiful line. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go underneath my first one and down in behind. So my darning needle is at the base of this first V. I'm going to pull it through. Okay, I'm halfway done. You can see that I have now delineated this V of that first stitch, and you can see where the tail is coming out. Now I need to take it back down in to finish that V. I'm going to go down, so down through here, down into that second little bump there, and there it is. See, you can't even tell that it's not there, or that that's where the end of the round was. It all looks exactly the same, and it's lovely. So now you'll just come back in here and you will use your little purl bumps to weave in your ends, and that's all there is to it. So my friends, that is the standard bind off. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I hope that you can use this in your knitting. And until next time, Sláinte mhath and happy knitting. Bye.